Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is the Black Manga Critic here. We're back with that Hunter x Hunter greatness. All right, we back with that Hunter x Hunter greatness. We had to do it. We had to do it. All right, we had to get back to this manga. It is a Monday. Today, today's a day. I mean, the more the more you do a certain job, like the more used to it you get, and the less sort of tired you are in certain aspects. So I'm good. I'm good. Doing pretty well. And I'm really looking forward to reading some of that greatness, man. Because Hunter x Hunter has been flames, man. Hunter x Hunter has been flames. All right. I have never been one to pour a 40 for anything. And usually, you pour for like for the dead homies, whatever you want to, but just toast. Let's say toast, right? I don't know why I mentioned porn. I don't know what that was about. That was weird and super awkward. So cut that. But a toast to Hunter x Hunter. All right, a toast to Hunter x Hunter. Okay, because this manga has been straight fire. Togashi took a break. He took like a really good rest. And then he came through with that fire. How many chapters have come out so far? Like 9 chapters, I want to say. Right? Like 9 chapters, I feel like. Maybe fewer. But I feel like it's been a good like nine chapters that have come out so far. Or 8, maybe 8. No. Not even, because the manga came back in January, right? Like late January. So I feel like he probably only came out with like, right? It was like February. Like that was like 4. So maybe he's only come out with so far like 7, maybe 7 chapters, maybe 7 or 8 chapters. But I would go with like 7. I'll go with like 7 chapters, but I got to look into that. Maybe 7 to 8. But it's been really good. Maybe it came back earlier. Maybe instead of January it was December. I don't know. I gotta remember that. But Hunter x Hunter, let's go. 378 is entitled Balance. Yeah, balance. The spiders. I see. That's a problem. Balance is important. If a resource is limited, the more it needs to be divided, the less of a share you get. For the haves to keep having, the majority need to get the short end of the stick. That's balance. Power works the same way, in fact. You need finer control, from extortion to war. Force is the most effective means for the quick redistribution of wealth. The have-nots must not be given power. Oh man, look at this guy. Togashi, man. Look at this dude. I mean, this is like some like children's literature type stuff. You know what I mean? Like when you read like children's literature, there are always these characters that like they so embody their vices or their virtues or whatever. You know what I mean? And like really old school like literature, they just embody, right? Like they're legitimate, like their physical bodies are like metaphors for their vices, right? Look at this dude talking with his mouth full. He's got this woman feeding him and a spoon. Like this dude is gross. Okay, the dude is gross, right? And he's talking about, oh, we got to keep the money, we got to keep the power. The have-nots must not be allowed to rise up. I mean, I don't know if Togashi's just been reading some like Russian like revolution like stuff, like some like Marxist, like some Russian Marxist like stuff. Like this is some stuff, man. It's just great. Togashi been thinking about this stuff for a long time too. So he's talking to someone else. So this is Jiyu or Shiyu boss. Unir Longbao. Nasubi Huiguo role half brother, illegitimate. Okay. Benefactor, third prince Zhang Lei. They lack the etiquette of those with power. Freaks who couldn't even fit into Meteor City. It'll be difficult to control them. Savages who don't hide their talons and don't care about life or death. Some of my young associates are actually secret fans of theirs. Shah or boss, Brocco Lee. Yo, and I'm pretty sure this guy is like I think like that's like a he's like in the shape of like a gourd or something like that, like a squash or whatever, or maybe an onion. I'm not sure, but he's clearly in the shape of like food, right? And this guy, broccoli. Come on, that's like some Dragon Ball level like naming right there. Let's see. Nasubi Huiguo wo Rose, half brother, illegitimate. Benefactor, seventh prince Luzerus. Reminds me of someone similar. Reminds me, someone similar pushed the envelope to become boss. What do you want me to say? Birds of a feather will eventually clash without us lifting a feather. Not a feather, a finger. We want to control the when, right? Hey. Let's see what's going on. Hey, sir. Find Hisoka before the spiders do. Yes, sir. What? Shiyu underboss. Hingri, I can't pronounce these names. Bigen Doof, no. I can't pronounce his name. I'm pretty sure they're like in Japanese they probably have like particular like puns and stuff like that. But for right now, I can't pronounce them. Some of them I can't. This one I can't pronounce at least. Hingri, I guess, and I'm Kenny Wong. I'm Kenny Wong. Shar underboss. Okay. So there are two like underbosses to these like bosses. Gather all group leaders and offer 10 million to anyone with useful information. Yes, sir. 10 million to anyone who finds Hisoka, and another 10 million to the leader of that area. Use your connections among the laborers. Get the manifest and search the list of single male passengers. If he's not there, look through families of more than 3, including the elderly and children. Boss, Hisoka's a floor master at the Heavens Arena. I don't know if we could capture him. I know. He probably has a score to settle from that time with the leader of the spiders. Idiot. Who asked for that? I get the first, but why the other? Because it's the least likely. If we don't get along, okay, so this is shifted to the other sort of like boss, like underling tandem. I get the first, but why the other? Because it's the least likely. If we don't get a hit among lone travelers, then that means he's probably vigilant and obviously taking precautions. But most likely he's stowed away. Difficult to pull off, but hardest to catch once he's in. Ask the queen to get the soldiers to do a round of ID and ticket verification. Find him. I'll take care of the rest. And that's something that both of them say, both of the underlings say. First, allow me to thank you very much. I'm deeply grateful to those of you who chose to follow me. When I use the ceremony to take over the family name as a junior member, to utter and command to kill. However, I don't care about anything in this world, including myself. Highly boss. Morena Prudo. Morena Prudo, level 45. Nasubi Hui Guo Ro's daughter, with his lover, illegitimate, benefactor, fourth prince Seredinich. I can't pronounce his name either. I gotta be better about these names. But Sarah, I just call him Sarah. Okay. You know she's on some stuff. She's like, if her benefactor is Sarah, ooh, you know? but I'm not sure. This person might be what you call it. Um, like gender like gender wise, like gender identity wise, might be like ambiguous. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Like Tagashi hasn't like rightfully like stated like outright like whether this is cisgender man, cisgender woman, gender queer, trans man, trans woman, right? We don't know. So let's see. Let us destroy it all just because. Oh boy. With the 23 of us assembled here. Wow, that's a lot of people. As promised, I will bestow an ability upon you. Come up one by one. Okay, so Miranda kisses them. Wow. Ability name, Contagion. With Etude of Love. Through the saliva of member 0, the affected individuals multiply up to a maximum of 23, including Miranda. Members level up as they kill, increasing total aura and power. Upon reaching level 20, their own ability emerges. At level 100, the individual becomes a new member 0, and they can form their own community of infected. Yo, Tagashi, let's go! Let's go! And the reason why I'm this excited about this, Tagashi basically just like made a Ponzi scheme, not a Ponzi scheme, but like a pyramid scheme, a net ability, bro. Let's go, man. I mean, Tagashi just making other mangaka look weak, man. I mean, let's go, man. Come on now. Tagashi just Tagashi's on a roll, bro. Like Tagashi's like one of those dudes. You remember when you were in high school? If you went to like the type of high school that I went to, right? A lot of like for me, like we played CeeLo all the time, right? Dice, I gotta roll a 4, 5, 6. You know what I mean? Like, yo, right? Like Tagashi been rolling them 4, 5, 6s like it's been nothing, man. He's on a roll. Tagashi's on a roll, y'all. Tagashi on a roll. Civilians are worth 1 level. Those with abilities worth 10. Kill a prince, and your level will increase by 50. Then I wish you luck. Good day. The 2 scars on the face, they signify the illegitimate children of the king who cannot become rightful heirs. At birth, their faces are slashed with a double blade. Their existence is permitted on the condition that they forever remain in the shadows. They selfishly procreate, fear the progeny, doubt and dread, then scar them for life and forgive them. Wow. Ha, it makes me laugh. But I like this scar. Without it, I would have slid closer to death. With this scar, I was able to perch on the razor's edge. Yo, look at what Tagashi doing with that panel, bruh. Yo, Tagashi is here, y'all. Tagashi is here, y'all. Yo. I can't, man. Let's move on. This is too much. It's too much. Yo, shouts out to Tales of Nerdia. Shouts out to Orphe. Shouts out to Alexander. You know what I mean? Those Hunter x Hunter. Shouts out to King Recon. You know what I mean? These Hunter x Hunter. Yo, the people are out here. We are witnessing this greatness that Tagashi has given us, man. Let's move on. In order to destroy this dung heap of a world, I can keep trying just a little more. Wow. The Shah, the Cha'ar in tier 5 control all commodities. The Shiyu in tier 4 make their riches from profit margins of human trafficking and distribution of goods. The Hyli's main income is being intermediary between the wealthy and the black market. Look at yo, man. Togashi legitimately Togashi like yo. This arc though. We leave tier 5 to the war family and head to tier 4. First, I'm gonna procure my weapon from the warehouse. I'll go too. There's something that I want. Me too. I need my trick umbrella smuggled in with the black market goods. What? Are you babysitting me? Pretty much. I can go by myself. No. Even you acknowledge Hisoka's abilities. We go all in. We won't give that bastard a single ray of hope. Kill first. Who and how are secondary. Yo, Nobunaga, yo. No. Nobunaga, though. When they were like, yo, even you acknowledge Hisoka's abilities. Nobunaga no joke, though. And really, though, Nobunaga has an ability that is like, bruh, I'm killing you one shot. I'm coming at you. Boom. That's it. You come within this dude's range, you dead. Dead. You know what I mean? It's like most of the Phantom Troop don't have an ability that can really counter Nobunaga like that. You know? Like really counter like that EI blade though? That whoosh, EI blade? Let's go. Oh man. All right, let's see what's going on. So they're going into the warehouse, looking around. They told me, troop, right? What do you want? A sword and an umbrella. They've been smuggled in. This way. Wait. Careful. He's gone. Huh? From my end. In an instant. You're right. There's nothing. It's a dead end. Back from where he came? Whoa, what is going on? Wow, that dude dead. The guy disappeared, skipped over us, and reappeared as a corpse? Well, dead is dead. We lock on our own. We look or lock? We look on our own, sorry. We look on our own. Hey, what about him? Huh? A corpse can't help us, and we can't call the others. Sword and umbrella first. Your priorities are weird. Yep. I'm weird? Me? Stay back. Nobody goes in. Tier 3, general passenger area. This area is off limits until forensics is done with the scene. How many Vicks? 20. He entered the room disguised as a royal army and killed quickly. Let me get mine. Sorry, I gotta move. Thank you. Sorry, just had to make sure my cat was out of the way. How many Vicks? 20. He entered the room disguised as royal army and killed quickly. With Nen? Unknown. The weapon was a blade, and there's no sign an ability was used. A random attack? Any witnesses? There's someone who happened to be there. Perp was in his 20s, slender, 6'2", a crescent scar on his left cheek. But canvassing the periphery didn't return any eyewitness accounts of a guy like that. The testimony is uncertain, and some parts don't make sense. Could be confused from the shock. Let me talk to the witness. Nobunaga, Finks, Dayton. Heh, they ignored my prank. That's the commando team for the Notorious Spiders for you. Electrifying. My idols. Let's destroy the world together. Who is this guy? Yo, weird, man. I mean, I guess a crescent mark is like he must have been a fan before Hisoka left. Maybe it's that. I don't know. It was weird. I don't know. But it's odd. The dude is odd. But it's interesting. That's his Nen ability. I think that's his Nen ability, clearly. He must have like one of those like the Nen ability that can create like a Nen space, you know? Man. Wild, man. Wild, wild, wild. Okay, so that was a pretty dope chapter. That was a pretty dope chapter. Oh boy. Man. I mean, I don't know I don't know where Hisoka is, yo. I really don't know. Yeah, I feel like 371. So it's only been like what, like I feel like 7 chapters: 371, 372, 373, 374, 375, 376, 377, 378. Yes, like 7 or 8 chapters, right? Like 8 chapters. So you've been on a roll. This chapter was yo, I gotta keep it going, man. A weekly Shonen Jump, man. Mondays, Virgo, thank you for coming through. Dandy Zoro, thank you for coming through. Tony the Prophecy, what is up? Thank you for coming through. You know, really, really good stuff. Really, really good stuff. That's true. Some of the names are it's just like, you know, like just like a regular name. Some of the names are like clearly like puns. And others are just really odd, like when they're translated. But I think like they're also puns, or they're like maybe they mean something like when you switch around the letters. I don't know. I don't know where Hisoka is, and I don't really care. Like I mean, I care, but not really, because I think there's so many other things going on that's the thing, right? That's what makes Togashi such a great writer. He doesn't allow, like, let's say there might be people who are like, why are you doing all these things over here? Where's Hisoka? Where's my character that I love? I haven't seen him in 2 chapters. I don't understand. Where are the characters? You know what I mean? It's just like, just stop, man. You know, that's the stuff that annoys me. It's just like, just enjoy the stuff that's here in this sense, right? Like, I'm not complaining. Like right, like I get on One Piece, but I don't go on and on. And when I'm reading One Piece, like, but where's Bartholomew Kuma though? But where's Mihawk though? But where's one of the admirals though? I don't do that, because like I'm focused on what the stuff that's happening there. You know, generally I can think about other stuff in terms of theories and stuff like that, but it's like, this is great stuff. That one character who was whose benefactor was the 4th prince, Sarah, and her Nen ability, or I don't know, it might be he, she, they. I'm not sure what I'm gonna go with they. But like, their Nen ability is basically a pyramid scheme. You know what I mean? Like, this is like stuff that like Hisoka, like this whole chapter, Hisoka was just commenting on just the ills of society, right? And then he had a whole panel that was like, the ills of society. You know what I mean? Like, it was like, if it wasn't any clearer that that's what he was doing, he was like, here's a panel. It's basically me saying, this is what I've been doing for quite some time. I've been commenting on the ills of society, just in case you forgot. You know? So, I mean, this stuff was phenomenal, man. I really appreciated this chapter. I thought this is a great chapter. This chapter is like a solid. For me, it's a solid. It's a solid 9, because the information is really pertinent, and it's not just the information, but it's the characters that Togashi introduces, how they're related, right? Ah, man, yo. And it's just like, man, You know, the one that's under the fourth prince, man. I mean, look, clearly the fourth, right? Clearly, fourth prince Sarah is like a Nen prodigy, right? I think generally a prodigy in terms of like, right? In terms of like aura and energy and feeling things and you know, stuff like that. Prodigy. And he's not one to really mess with like deal with people generally, unless, you know, one, he wants to, and two, he feels like there's a level at which he can interact with them where it's not an issue for him. You know, so this person must be, I think to me, must be pretty skilled. Man, but the way, right, but like one thing that like people have said consistently, that like I think in some ways the author for the manga for JoJo has gotten better as time progressed at this, but I still feel like Togashi is just better because Togashi just goes there. Togashi just like, this Nen ability is a metaphor for this, and I'm just gonna like, and that's it. Right, with JoJo, it's like maybe it's a metaphor for something, but you know, but usually it's a metaphor for like a personality, you know. But with the Nen abilities, it's not only excuse me, right? It's not only a metaphor for their personalities, but it's a metaphor for, you know, it's symbolism, right? They're symbols of larger like awful things in this world that exist that the Togashi clearly like despises. You know, like pyramid schemes, absolutely disgusting. I remember when I was like 19, maybe 18. I was 18, and I had this friend when I was at my community college, like maybe like second semester. First semester. He was trying second semester. He was trying so hard to get me into this pyramid scheme, and it was just like, he was so slimy, you know. And that's the thing. People like that, they just have a vibe about them that you just like, you want to keep them at like 2 arms length. You're like, okay, like here's this arm, and like I'm gonna take my arm and put it in front of the other arm. Stay away, you know. And just slimy dude. And I think this is what I love Hunter x Hunter. This is great stuff. In terms of review, again, this chapter is phenomenal. This, like, when people are like, "Oh, this chapter is a novel," like, to me, that's not a bad thing. One, because the chapter is not a novel, because that's ridiculous. It's just it's like, right. It's like, and I think they know. I think that people that say that know that that's like, right. It's hyperbole. That's what they're doing. I don't think they really think that like the chapter is actually a novel. I think what it might be closer to is like a chapter, like a novel chapter. But even then, like I think they're thinking about like, you know, more like classic sort of novels, like 19th century sort of novels, or like modernist texts or something like that. You know, like texts that were published in like maybe late 1800s, early 1900s. You know, so that sort of shift from sort of like the late sort of Victorian period to like that early, like, and when I say early modern, I don't mean like Renaissance, stuff like that. I'm talking about like early modern. I mean like early modernism, I guess, is the term that I would use. You know, so yeah, I mean, like, it's great stuff though. You know, it's way better than that stuff. You know, because I think like generally I've never been like a fan of like modernist texts. I've generally never been a fan of that. You know, because I think Togashi does some like amazing things, and there are things that are very straightforward that Togashi is doing, you know, in a way that like modernist texts don't do. You know, don't do that straightforwardness. They don't do that. Like that's kind of the point of a lot of them. But Togashi just does that very skillfully, right? You know, if you're just like, you know, if you know certain things, you'll catch them. Oh yeah, 45. I guess so. You know, I guess the 45 might be a reference to a power, reference to a power. what I'm gonna do is we're gonna have a Hunter x Hunter stream. I'm gonna reread all of the Dark Continent chapters at some point, just for me, and then I'm gonna have a stream because I know Braga's been trying to like sort of set up a stream, but like I just want to have a stream. Like I just want to have a stream where like I definitely want to like have a stream with Braga's involved and stuff like that. But I'm just gonna do my own stream, like have people come through, talk about Hunter x Hunter, how we feel about it. I'm gonna see if some other Hunter x Hunter YouTubers are gonna want to like join that, see if they're interested, see if they're up for it. Live chat conversation, that'll be cool. It'd be dope. So I'm gonna have that. But yeah, I don't know. I guess like that's a reference to her Nen ability. But again, like I think randomly, like her Nen ability, right? The more the people that sort of like join, the more people that get stronger under her, the stronger she becomes. I would say probably. So I think her level might be at 45 right now, but like it'll grow, And I'm pretty sure that that's a pretty high level. I'm pretty sure like she's no slouch if she's at level 45. Right? On top of like, and that's probably on top of like her own sort of Nen abilities, and her own skills. So it might augment, that level might augment the Nen skills that she already has. So, whew, oh boy. A lot of people in this, and this is something that Togashi does that I love. There's never a point where characters are overpowered and we're just screwed and there's nothing you can do and that's it. In terms of the general sort of like milieu of the arc, right? It's never like that. It's always like all these characters are doing these things. And what Bisky talked about is like, right, with levels, everything matters. The place, the weather, certain situations, things that are going on, the health of the combatant, all of those things really, really matter. So with here, we've got like a really awesome space for that, Oh man, imagine that'd be that. Oof. Imagine if she kissed Ahsoka. Oh man, they might already be working together. Imagine, that would be, and that so Ahsoka be just like, all right. I don't think Ahsoka's never been like, oh, I'm not gonna take help to like increase my abilities or anything like that. I mean, like Ahsoka, I think is clearly shown to be someone who will use Nen for, in whatever way for his own means. So I don't think he's like opposed to, using something like that. But I don't know. But I think Ahsoka would have to know every single thing about that ability for him to be like, oh, okay, let's go do this thing. That's kind of how I feel about that. But so far, I love this. I love this chapter. This chapter was a solid 9 for me. Really, really good chapter. Really, really good chapter. I thoroughly enjoyed it. You know what I mean? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end this stream now so I can move on to the Promised Neverland. And then I'm gonna probably do Haikyuu tomorrow. Probably do a Haikyuu stream tomorrow. It is 9:34 right now. I just want to make sure that I get to bed on time, and then I'm like, I gotta get to bed on time. But I want to make sure I do these streams. I'm gonna do some other ones. I already did MHA. I already did My Hero Academia. I've already done Hunter x Hunter just now. And I'm gonna do the Promised Neverland next. All right, so that's what I'm gonna do. Okay. So, really, really looking forward. Really, really looking forward to the next chapter. It's gonna be really good. It's gonna be really, 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 really good. I'm looking forward. I mean, like, and what I also love is like we've gotten so much of the Phantom Troop and them sort of moving and making moves, and I think now we got a hint at how strong Nobunaga is in terms of like the levels in terms of the troop, right? Like Nobunaga, no joke, man. Right? They were like, yo, even Nobunaga said his skills were like on point. Nobunaga on that level. And he was the first to join. So, I mean, dude is no joke. Dude, no joke. All right. No joke. So I'm gonna end the stream here because this is the dope chapter. I don't really have much more to say. And I also want to like do a stream. I want to do a stream where we have a discussion about this stuff. Don't worry about it. You hear my cat in the background? She's just meowing because she's hungry. It's okay. I'm gonna feed him soon. But yeah, this is a dope chapter. All right. I'm not gonna do too much more. I gotta get to the other stuff. All right. Gotta get to it. Yeah, I gotta get to that Promised Neverland. That Promised Neverland hype, man. Hype. But yes, I think Hunter x Hunter generally probably been the best manga that's been out. I've been saying the Promised Neverland, but Hunter x Hunter like boom came through. Right now, if I had to pick a manga that's been like on point, Hunter x Hunter. As always, but Hunter x Hunter, yo. That hype though. All right, so I'm the Black Manga Critic. Again, there's some great things that Togashi does. That, you know, and it's not that it slips over people's heads. It's that people kind of like underestimate certain things and the importance of mentioning certain things. And Togashi just does that. And it's just like, I'm putting this down. That's how I feel. That's it. You know, and I really love that about Togashi. So Togashi is back. We've gotten some pretty dope chapters. I don't know how many chapters we're gonna get from him. And to me, it doesn't really matter. I've gotten a solid 8 chapters of this manga. So good. 7 or 8 chapters, like so good. So I'm pretty happy. You know? So I'm gonna end it here. Thank y'all for coming through once again. I'm the Black Manga Critic, and I'm out.